Hey guys, Uncle Ray, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. I don't always tell you what you want to hear, but I tell you what you need to hear to make informed decisions. Guys, it is go time, and a lot of projects are pulling back pre-halving, and it's time to get to stacking, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to talk about base, and I'm going to talk about 4 projects that I think everyone should take a look at and go do some research. And I'm also going to give you a 5th project that is indirectly linked to base. But before we dive into that, I want to put some things into context that I think everyone needs to understand this. Now, a lot of people are not going to like to hear it, but guys, you need to understand the big picture. So I'm going to rant away for just a couple of minutes, and we're going to talk about one of the people I follow, Virtual Bacon. And I'm going to give you some alpha for whatever it's worth, and I think it will help you in the big picture of what's going on in crypto. Now, before we dive into it, hit that like button. Okay, guys, I used to work for Bear Stearns, and I've said from day one that the legacy banks, Wall Street, and the governments, primarily the U.S. government, is pretty much going to pick the winners and losers. And they did that, say, with Ethereum. And now, when you research crypto and the real players, the majority of the players, guys, is Wall Street and the legacy banks. And no one talks about them because they just watch, YouTube, and they get the hype from YouTubers. Because guys, when you make a video on some of the big corporations, whether it's Accenture, IBM, or you talk about a bank, people don't want to hear that information. But you got to understand what they're up to, and right now they're making plays, and one of the biggest plays Wall Street is making is in the base ecosystem. Anyway, Virtual Bacon, if you're not familiar with him, is one of the few people I really follow. And I don't follow him necessarily for his picks. I follow him for his brain power. Now, he has a computer science degree. And before he was a VC and an angel investor, the big VCs that put billions of dollars into crypto would hire him to read the code and go through all the projects that they were looking to invest in and get his input. So he's extremely knowledgeable when it comes to understanding the tech. Well, he's been so successful, he's become an angel investor, and he's invested in hundreds and hundreds of new projects, pre-IPO, pre-sale. Like, he gets in early as like a consultant, and he puts money into those projects. Well, he did a video a while back, and he was talking about what they look for. Now, he talked about the team is his number one thing. But this is the point everyone needs to hear. He said, when he goes in and they look at the team and they look at the tech and they look at the roadmap and they think they may be a match, they dive into where they're going to build the project. And he said, if they're looking to build on some of the older blue chip layer ones, we highly discourage that. We do not want them, we don't want to put our money into projects building on the older layer ones. And he mentioned that they try to point them in the direction of like Celestia and Sui and Base. So for whatever that's worth, guys, Wall Street's making their move. The VCs want projects on these new hot layer ones and layer twos. The layer twos are becoming like layer ones, especially when it is involved with the Ethereum ecosystem. So take that and basically think about it when you start stacking some of the older blue chips, or you might want to hold something long term past this bull run. I think it's a mistake, but it's not financial advice. Anyway, The first project I want to bring to your attention is a new project on Base, and there's not a lot of new projects built in that ecosystem yet with real world utility. But as we know with all these meme coins, utility is not really what this bull run's about. It's about hype and the speculation of what's going to happen in the future and what that's going to look like, and really good solid narratives. That's what this bull run is all about. Well, anyway, Starter Labs, and you can go to their website, is starter.xyz, is a new launch pad that is built on the Base ecosystem, and it's already has 100,000 followers. Now, I laid this out like 2 or 3 days ago. It had 101,000 followers on X. Now it has 105. It's had 4,000 new followers on X just in the last like 2.5 days. Now, when you look at the chart, you know, it's basically been pulling back just like everything else. And that's exactly what I want to see personally. Now, a lot of people would tell you that looks like a rug pull, but it has, the market cap is only 4.3 million. Guys, this is, you know, a riskier play, but I think the Base ecosystem is going to be a big player in the future. Now, why do I think that outside of virtual banking? Coinbase is obviously one of the biggest centralized exchanges in the world and probably will end up being the #1 exchange. I don't know. But they have a new wallet coming out that is going to be so simple to onboard new people into crypto. And they're going to onboard them through Coinbase and through that wallet, and they're going to be using the Base ecosystem, and it's going to be simple for them to move around. The fees are going to be low, and I think people are going to absolutely love it. You're not going to have that 12-word phrase. It's going to be totally different and really simple, and I think the Base ecosystem is going to explode because of that, because Coinbase has a heck of a roadmap. They already have a lot of customers, and it's going to get better and better. Now, Aerodrome is where you can swap inside of Base, and we know what's happening with Uniswap, right? It's one of the biggest players out there. Well, people are going to obviously start to move away from Uniswap, and I think a lot of people are going to start using Aerodrome, especially when the new people start getting onboarded. So I think it's a great project. And the good news is it's pulling back just like everything else. Now, it's not a big project yet, but the total value locked is already like $3 billion. It's getting a lot of attention. That's not a big number, but for such a new project in a great ecosystem, I think it says something. Now, so those are the two utility projects inside of Base that I would definitely take a look at. If nothing else, keep an eye on them. Now, that being said, meme coins is where it's at. Look what meme coins have done in Solana. Well, think about it. Let's fast forward maybe 6 months from now, when everything hopefully is absolutely ripping, and then retail starts to move into crypto. Well, they go to Coinbase, they're going to hopefully have that new wallet out by then, and they're going to move into that ecosystem, and they're going to be pushed into the meme coins. Well, one meme coin that has already done extremely well inside of Base is Brett. And guys, look at it. It's pulled way back. And I have no doubt. Now, again, it's a meme coin. I'm not telling anyone to get into meme coins. I think everyone should have a couple of them in their portfolio, whether that's 20%, 10%, 5%, or 1% of their portfolio. But let's look at this thing. This thing came out in March, guys. Well, not in March. Came out in January. But look what it did in March, guys. It absolutely ripped. Well, just like everything, it's pulling way back. I think it's a good project to start stacking. Now, it is not my favorite. Now, Toshi is basically called, you know, it's like the mascot of base, and it's pulling back hard, guys. And for me, I'm gonna watch it because look at this. It broke all this support. If y'all can see this, I think it's gonna pull way back, but I personally have no doubt that Toshi is going to be changing gears when it takes out that all-time high. This is its first bull run. It's already showed that it can rip, and I think when things get back to not normal, I can't call it normal, but when things start really pumping and the base ecosystem starts to rip, Toshi is going to absolutely explode. I'm going to start stacking some Toshi personally. Now, that being said, I'm going to give you one other project to take a look at. Now, it's indirectly linked to base, and it's called Metacade. Guys, go surf around. I'm not going to dive into it, but it's a gaming studio, and it's like play to earn. It has tournaments like you can play to win and play to, you know, you get money earning, you get money developing. Has a very unique roadmap and infrastructure of what it's trying to create. But it's like the interoperability token for all the projects. So their concept, one of the many, is no matter what project is built in a different ecosystem, they should be involved with Metacade, and they are basically going to wants to be the interoperability project for gaming. So what they've done is they're onboarding different ecosystems into Metacade, and they just integrated base into their ecosystem. Guys, go take a look at this project if you're into gaming. Now, when you look at the chart, I love it. Guys, it came out in May, maybe the month before, and it absolutely ripped. Well, that was May of 2023. Gaming wasn't even really going on. And then it pumped a little bit in the hype in gaming. Well, no, actually, I guess when it came out, gaming was kind of being talked about in May, if I remember correctly. But anyway, guys, this was the accumulation stage, and now it's getting way down there where it is time to start looking at it and maybe start stacking. Now, that being said, gaming may be delayed. I don't know when the gaming narrative is going to roll back around. I do know that that narrative is going to happen. And I believe that Metacade will be a big, big player in gaming as far as speculation. That's all I care about. Now, one other point, and I'll let you guys go. When it comes to gaming, you know, a lot of people believe that the way that retail and crypto is going to be mainstream is going to be through gaming. Now, I want to tell you one stat. Now, think about this. If you add up all the gaming projects and studios, which are some phenomenal projects, the market cap is not even as big as Doge. Think about that, guys. So when it comes to any sector has room to run, it's absolutely has to be gaming as a group, for whatever that's worth. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. Hit that like button, and either way, come back and be part of this community. And guys, I hope you're paying attention because it is go time, and I do one-on-one coaching. If y'all need some help preparing for what's about to come, reach out. My coaching is 3 conversations, whether that's over the phone or Zoom, and I'll tell you what it's all about if you reach out. But guys, you gotta get a game plan, especially when it becomes to taking profits and how to compare tokens, you got to have a game plan. And guys, take your profits or become the profits. Hopefully, we've all learned a lot through this bull run so far. You know, I make a lot of videos telling people, look, take a profit, take a handful. People are like, oh, it's early, that's stupid. Well, guys, look what we just went through. Crypto ripped and ripped and ripped, and probably every single person watching this video had a lot more money in their wallet than they do today. Well, you could have took a handful or 2 handfuls or 3 handfuls, right? I took profits in the last 3 or 4 months. Sometimes it bit me, and then lo and behold, I'm not unhappy about taking those profits now. I wish I would have been more aggressive, for whatever that's worth. Anyway, guys, hit that like button and come back and be part of this community. Take care.